The president's been very clear. The form of struggle against ISIL is not going to look like the deployment of thousands of American ground troops and so forth. Right now, we do have some troops on the ground, but they're performing training and advising role. Ground troops are necessary, but they aren't going to be American ground troops. You have to get the Iraqis and ultimately the Syrian moderate opposition groups up so they can fight the fight on the ground. There has to be a fight on the ground. You can't do this by air. Everybody acknowledges that. But we also saw, having deployed so many troops over so many years, that unless the Iraqis congeal and have a kind of inclusive political system and have the military capability on the ground, anything we do is going to be stopgap. So it requires more patience, and it really is going to require more time because the troops are not in a state yet to do the full rollback and to sustain the gains that they make. But they have to get there. There's no work around the fact that the Iraqi army has to be the central part of the solution.
But can you foresee a moment where if the Iraqi troops are not up to the task and they can't do it alone, the president says, well, this threat is so great to the United States, we now have to send in our own people? You don't see that day at all?
I don't see that day at this point, and I think the authorization that, again, was sent to the Hill makes clear that President Obama doesn't foresee enduring ground combat operations. There may be circumstances where you have to do a rescue of your people or, special operations targeting specific ISIL leaders. I mean, you don't want to take options off the table of that nature, but I think President Obama really does believe, given what we've been through as a country, and given what we need the Iraqis to do, that it's important to signal that this is not the Iraq war of old, and we're not moving in that direction.
I want to ask you about